Coming up on the next episode of the Celsius Pod.
Don't make it racist or sexist or homophobic or anything.
Oh my god, that's the guy who made Bojack Horseman.
Probably from 9/11.
That, and I didn't read it as Chekov's lesbians. I heard it as Schrodinger's lesbians, and I
Can't stop it. I can't stop it.
Is it broken? What is going on?
Welcome back to the Celsius Podcast. Today we are blue boys.
yeah.
We're the blue boys.
We are not
So-
the Blue Boys.
The temperature where I am currently at is 41 degrees Fahrenheit.
All right, Aiden, can you give us the temperature?
Fahrenheit. That's like the name of the podcast.
Yeah, it's 52 degrees.
Wait, Aiden, I don't
Fahrenheit.
think your mic's plugged in.
What do you mean?
Whoa.
Is this
Whoa.
a bit?
Aiden,
Is
you
this
might
a
need to
bit?
plug it in.
I think your audio corrupted.
I'm really confused on what the bit here is.
I think your footage corrupted.
Wow. I'm gonna whack you with this cane, Beck, if you don't get that sense.
Is there a sword in that cape?
Was that it? What was that bit?
Are you
Okay,
lame?
I wanted to
and
act
a
like his
loser?
mic was muted, and you guys just did not go along with it.
Because it didn't make sense.
Oh
Yeah,
my-
hold
because
on.
he hit his mic when he was doing the intro.
What are you
Oh,
talking
My
about?
God,
What?
you guys don't get the rule of threes in comedy.
Beck fumbles again.
What rule of three were you following?
You did
That
one
was-
The rule
thing.
of
You
three
did
guys
one
bullying one guy.
Is this like the Bechdel test?
This is the Beck rule of threes, you know?
The Beck rule of
Yeah.
threes. Three guys all bully one guy.
Anyway, guys, guess what? This is a really special episode.
It's
Guess
because
our
we
what?
haven't
1 year
watched- I'm not sure.
anniversary.
No,
We
it's
made
because
it
we haven't
in 1 year.
It's because we haven't. None of us have watched anything.
Oh no! I
Yippee!
watched one show.
I watched some things.
And-
I watched one
Okay.
movie.
I
Guys,
watched one show.
I have
So we
three
have nothing to talk
INFOCUS
about.
stories.
So
I
I
know,
have
but
a
guys,
game
guys,
to talk about.
I can talk about a game also.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
the thing is, guys,
I have the best
remember
film
the fifth
that comes
episode
out
of
on
the
December
Celsius
25th.
podcast?
I
Our
do.
first
I do.
life episode. Our
Our
first
life
life
episode.
That was because, like, if you interestingly know, in our bio it says 4 Palo Alto high school students talk about TV, movies,
You're not even
life,
Palo
and,
Alto high school students anymore.
and
so I don't
everything
know
in
how that works.
between.
False
But we
advertisement.
never got to life. Anyway, in that episode we talked about Spotify Wrapped. So I
And
don't
you
know,
know
we
what
don't
we
need to
can
do
talk
that.
about this today?
All right, I would at least like to talk about mine. So let me
Okay.
I
give
talk
you.
about my I'll talk about mine too.
Okay, yes. So let me give you a bit of context. Oh wait, let me find it. So in summer, or oh no, I go to open my Spotify Wrapped, and I'm like, okay, it's cool. I cannot wait to see what's on my Spotify Wrapped. And then I get to like, what's my top artist? And I'm very much wondering what is my top artist. And then this image shows up.
That's your top artist.
My
Oh
top
my
God,
artist
he's
is
a loser.
Steven Universe.
He gets no bitches. Holy
Beck, that is the
shit.
saddest thing
number-
I've ever heard.
He's number 4 for me.
Wow.
Why do you listen to cringe music?
Bro, there was this girl in my class who had Steven Universe as number 3 also. So That's
Okay,
the rip
yeah,
to you.
but is that the person that the other Beck?
My top
Nikola,
artists
don't-
are like. My top artists are like cringe, but also good.
I
So,
got
like
Kanye. I got Kanye, Jay-Z, maybe Travis is there, and then Fisher, and then another
he's
another
got
person at this
Kanye
house.
number 1.
Of course, I got Kanye.
have-
No, you guys don't understand. My watch minutes for this year, 5,000 minutes.
Bro, I got
Only
42K.
Oh, I don't listen to music. I do
I
not
have-
listen to music.
Guys,
I
you
have
know what?
46K.
Yeah, alright.
Wow. No, this is something else. I can't really. I can't.
But starting December,
you know, I can tell
starting
you.
January
I can tell you
1st,
about
I'm
my
dead set
YouTube,
getting
my YouTube reviews.
You use fucking
0.0001% Kanye
YouTube?
listening. It will be
Yeah,
on
you have
loop for
Spotify,
the
but I also
entire
listen to
year, and it will not stop.
What did Uri just say? Because Nikola was so loud.
He
and I
uses
Yeah, I was speaking
YouTube
better.
music.
I do use it
Ah.
sometimes.
Oh, so basically he's a
but-
loser.
But I do have Spotify. I have rap, but sometimes I listen to YouTube music. And you know what was my overall percent in categories? My top category was sad at 20%.
Sad.
And then sad music, and then upbeat, and then dramatic, and then reflective, and then uplifting. You know, those were the categories.
Mine was like pop movie tunes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get into it. My top genres were movie tunes, sound team, rock, Japanese video game music, and indie game soundtrack.
Those
Those are
Japanese-
fucking genres. Those are fucking genres at all.
It is crazy. A lot of them are like
It's really
insanely
funny.
specific for no reason.
Yeah, like I just got rap. Just
Yeah, they
general.
got
Yeah,
rap
guys.
and they
The
have
ol-
the Gen Z pop.
The only one that's like a genre is rock. Yeah. But like movie tunes isn't a genre.
Wait a minute.
Sound
Beck.
team, what the fuck
Yeah?
is that?
Did you just say Gen Z?
No, we're
that's
not
like-
talking about-
Gen V,
V-
and that's in part of the boys universe. And you know
Okay,
what's coming
Nikola,
out
not
tomorrow?
now.
The first trailer for the
Season 4
boys.
trailer.
That
It is
pretty
crazy how
exciting.
little of a gap there is between like shows, but I actually
No,
would prefer
Literally
that.
starting January 1st, I am starting up a Kanye playlist and I am leaving it on loop for the entire year. I am never turning it off, and I want to see if I can get to like 0.0000001% and
Guys,
stuff like that.
Nicola's
max out
fast tracking
watch
to become a
minutes for-
Kanye supremacist.
Mhm.
He's fast tracking. But guys, I want to say, who on your Spotify Wrapped, who was your top podcast?
I didn't get a podcast thing because I
I
don't listen to
didn't either.
podcasts.
Yo,
I
it's
didn't
the
get-
Celsius
I didn't even know you
podcast.
could get
I got
podcasts.
Jason
I
Bateman's
listened-
Smart List podcast.
What the
Oh.
fuck?
I didn't even know you
But
could get
guys, I
podcasts.
just want to say from the bottom of my heart to all the listeners of the Celsius podcast, thank you for listening, and we hope
So
made
we
it
can
on,
play
made it on
we
your
can play
Spotify
this
Wrapped.
video as the
Guys,
thank you.
I want you to know that I listened to 131 minutes, so an hour and a half. No, not an hour and a half.
2 hours.
There's like one episode in
Yeah.
post 40 in post
Yeah.
40.
Yeah.
So like 2 episodes, and I'm in the top 25%.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
So
No,
true.
we're gonna grow our
that
base.
means
you
there
know?
are people who
Next
love
week-
you. So
But the thing
But I
is,
do want- I wanna-
that's probably my father.
Yeah.
it's probably
Yeah.
I do
like
wanna
point
say-
0.00001.
I do want to say my top 5 songs,
Mm.
and I want to compare them to my overlap to my top songs from last year.
Yeah.
You,
So
wait,
my
you,
top
d-
5
you have your songs from last year?
Yeah, I have the album saved. So my top 5 songs were Interrogation Song from The Muppets Most Wanted.
Fun.
Number 2, Wacky Workbench P-Mix
Ugh.
from Sonic CD. Number
Fun.
3, Doctor Woo. Number
Fun.
4, Electric Mistress by Jamiroquai. And number 5, my superhero movie from the Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Okay, so basically you have bad taste.
Okay, 2 of those are real songs, and all 5 of them are fucking bangers.
Bangas.
Sure.
Now, Wacky Workbench P-Mix has made it onto my top 2 3 years in a row. So I'm proud of them for doing that. And yeah,
Mm.
I've been listening to my top 23 songs, and it is a good mix. I'm enjoying it. I can't believe that I listen to like a lot, but I don't think it's right.
Mm.
You don't think it's right?
You know what I mean? I don't think like a lot of these are right. Like I didn't listen to Busted from Phineas and Ferb all that much.
Because
Or-
you're busted.
Wow.
Or I
Yeah,
didn't listen
yeah.
to Empire City from Steven Universe that much. I definitely listened to other
Apparently,
Steven
Beck
Universe
probably
songs
has, since
more
he's like
than that.
fucking first for Beck.
I did make it in like the top 0.5% of Steven Universe listeners. I'll have you know.
Imagine, Beck, imagine that just like 100 people.
How top was I in my artist?
Two of my
me
top
check.
5 are just Guilty Gear songs. One of them was in the Mobility Matthew montage. That one actually made
No
number
way.
3, which is crazy to me.
We're gonna.
Okay, shall we move on to our next topic?
Sure.
I
The
mean, yeah. I
boys
mean, Spotify
in
rap,
Mexico.
The boys in
Okay,
the
so-
boat.
So here, on the course of the boys, 2 big things happened this week in relation. We got a confirmation that the trailer is going to come out tomorrow, as today is Friday, December 1st, and it's going to come out tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we got an idea. This was kind of out of fucking left field because we expected the Boys season 4, but then they said they're going to make a spin-off called The Boys Mexico. It's not like a Boys dubbed in Mexico. It's like a spin-off, but it's only
No, it's
Spanish.
just they color tinted the original show a bit more orange.
Yeah,
Guys,
yellow.
we're in Mexico.
Guys,
we
we're in
made it to
Mexico.
Mexico, guys. Oh, looks like we made it.
Homelander?
There's no
Okay, I'm not
there
gonna
is
say
no God.
I don't
I am
like.
the only man in the sky.
I'm not gonna say I don't like the idea, but I'm just saying it just kind of breaks my mind. What possibly could the Boys Mexico be? You know?
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean,
I have no clue what that means. Yeah.
It's crazy that like The Boys is just becoming what it's parodying with like it becoming this big franchise, which is like kind of weird.
It is kind of weird, but it is. I do think that they're doing it at least smarter than the MCU is.
Yeah,
kind of.
Gen V was really good, so I have hope for The Boys Mexico. But if they don't
Yeah,
orange
and-
tint it, I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah, but Beck will have to do
The
probably do
Bechdel
the
test?
dub. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
Beck
no,
will
no,
probably do the
I'm
dub.
so down to be Homelander in the dub.
That's not what he meant, but okay.
No, Beck, because you watch Squid Games in dub, and
Oh.
so
But what if I also just do the dub? You know?
yeah, you do the dub.
I don't think that's how it works.
But I think it is. I'll send you
Yeah,
guys
no,
all
Beck's
like
gonna
MP4 files, all the videos. Me.
I don't know. You don't
discovering
really
it.
have the Homelander voice. I think I have the Homelander voice because I also am very pretentious and also semi.
a racist.
Racist. Thanks. Oh.
Nice.
Boom! Now Nikola has to go wear a white hat.
What?
Oh,
Wait,
let me
I
go look
did.
in my closet.
I jinxed you, Uri.
No, we jinxed
Nah.
Nikola.
All right.
Uh-uh.
The
but
boys
it is-
Mexico.
The
The boy
Boys
is-
in the Boat, December 25th. Watch it in theaters.
Okay, so the Boys so I don't really know how much I can say about the Boys Mexico since I don't comprehend what that could be. But let's mark our official predictions for what's going to happen in the Boys season 4 before the trailer comes out tomorrow.
I think Butcher's gonna die.
I
No.
think Homelander is gonna win the presidency.
That's not going to happen. It's going to be Victoria Newman and the singer guy. And
Yeah,
he's
you're
gonna
right. It's gonna be I thank you for agreeing with me because
I
I'm pretty
think
sure Homelander is
storm
gonna
the
win.
Capitol.
Homelander's
they're
gonna storm the Capitol and take control of the U.S. government and become
And
president.
And he's gonna do it on some day in January.
Maybe
Yeah.
the 6th.
Yeah, but
No, I think it's gonna be storming
September 9th.
September
no,
9th.
do you guys
September
think
11th.
do you think guys Sam and Kate are going to be in this season?
Nope.
Maybe.
Maybe it's like one
No.
cameo in the background.
I think they might be in this season.
Maybe
I
that'd
think
be
it's
like
gonna be like on a
mentioned.
computer screen somewhere.
It might be mentioned somewhere, like yeah, they might have like a news clip and like it's like them and it switches to like to the
Yeah,
story.
because they
yeah.
So the-
confirmed that like you don't need to see Gen V to follow The Boys season 4.
But I do think the virus is going to play a part. I don't think Butcher's going to die this season. I think they're going to end with season 5 and he's going to die then. I think this season they're going to do the trial of Homelander for killing the guy at the protest.
But based off of
think-
the poster, I think he wins.
I don't think he's going to be the
He
president.
wins presidency. No, I mean like it's probably he wins
Like a
his trial,
like
and
a
that's what the
puppet
party is
president.
for.
Yeah.
That's
And,
probably what that poster is of him
I
in
feel
all the
like-
stuff, and then butchering the confetti.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to see Ryan becoming more evil this season, you know?
Really, he might be Homelander 2.0.
I think he might, but then maybe
Kid
Butcher's going
Omni
to pull.
Man.
Butcher's going to pull him back by the end of the season.
Yeah.
I do think that might happen.
I mean, how do we?
Huey, Yeah.
We need a way for them to finally take them out. So it's either the kid or it's the virus. Those are the only two ways we know. And also maybe Marie.
Marie, I don't think she's gonna play a part in the.
Marie's going to be able to rip the Gen V out of people's bodies, not
mean
because
the
I made that
compound V?
up, but because I made that up.
But
No, the Gen V.
Mm.
what else? I wanna Huey and Starlight. They're probably
Gonna either reconcile or get even worse.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah,
That's the
definitely.
only two options.
Definitely.
It's
So,
a 50-50. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
either
yeah.
happens or it doesn't.
but what else? There's gonna be new members of the Seven. I assume there's gonna be like new
I'm out of
I
chips.
mean, Black Noir has been showed up in the set
Yeah.
photos.
So I
So
assume it's
maybe
gonna
there's
be like
gonna be
a
a lot
Black
of-
Noir. It's gonna be a
So
Black Noir,
either
but
he's
this
gonna
time
be
he
back,
talks.
like he's been he's gonna be back, like he's been reanimated, like remade,
Yeah, I think it's gonna be
reborn.
recast.
What's it called? No, I don't think it's recast, but I
Cloned.
think
No,
maybe
I think
cloned, maybe just like regenerated, kind of like
Rebirth.
immortal, from stuff,
think they're
or
gonna
just
get
or there's just
different-
gonna be a lot of flashbacks.
I think they're gonna get a different soup to play Black Noir, and it's gonna be funny that how this
No,
time.
it's just gonna be
this
Anthony
season-
Starr again. It's gonna be exactly like the comics.
I don't think it's
Yeah.
gonna be that.
I think they've
I think
said
it-
that they're not following the comics because everybody does not like the comics compared to the show.
But I think they're gonna get another soup to be Black Noir, and he's gonna it's gonna be funny how in this season Black Noir is finally gonna talk, and that's gonna be like different.
They're
than
gonna
the
have
other.
another character do blackface. They can't do that.
But I don't know, Beck. What do you have any predictions?
I predict it's going to be streaming on Prime Video.
Wow.
You know what else
Wow.
is streaming? The Boys in the Boat, December
Fallout,
25th,
the TV
only in
show.
theaters.
Beck really wants to rush this boy segment so he can get to fucking saying his INFOCUS stories.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have much. Well, all we know is the title of the show, The Boys Mexico, and that season 4 exists. That's not a lot to talk
Yeah.
about.
I mean, there is. So Beck, fine. Tell us your fucking INFOCUS stories.
No, I'm talking about Fallout, bro.
Oh, you
No.
want?
Oh, right.
Talk
They're
about
doing
Fallout.
that.
We got our first looks.
We did get our
and,
first looks. What do you
Uh,
think?
For me, I think Fallout's
Because
always looked
It's made by
best.
Christopher Nolan's brother who made Westworld, the TV show. So if that's any indicator.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks so like kind of generic when you look at it in live action. Like it looks
Really?
really cool in game, and then a lot of that stuff just does not translate to on screen. Like the ghouls
Like,
look
in what
really
way?
weird.
Oh, yeah.
I feel a lot
But
of the yeah.
But they're gonna tell you why Fallout Guy exists, what the iconography, the history of that. They're gonna
That's
tell
gonna
you.
be
The
epic.
history of the guy, the
From
tiny
Fallout?
mascot for Vault Tech.
The best
Yeah, they're
mascot
gonna-
made by
that
Vault
was-
Tech
that
since
was-
Vault
They're gonna
Tech.
do that.
I am
They're gonna do
really
that?
excited to see what they do with at least the starting vault. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but every vault in the Fallout universe is like a different twisted experiment on humans.
Really? What about Vault 76?
That one was they had to leave like 10 years after the bombs exploded when it was still
No, it was
extremely
just
radi-
76 years
So,
after the.
which game is it following the show?
It's not
None of
following
them.
any of them, but it is West Coast, which means you're dealing with the West Coast games and their lore.
Wait, that means you could actually do Las Vegas. That means we can
yeah,
actually see like
there
the
could
best
be a new
dog game.
Vegas.
There's
Yeah.
actually
It
going to be
depends
like
on
the best.
when
the
we are
best
in the
game.
timeline, but canonically Vegas.
Maybe like we
survived
can see the
bomb.
founding of New Vegas. Yeah, because Mr. House was kind of goofing.
Yeah,
Is this like do you know a time period this one
I
takes
don't think we
place
have
in?
it confirmed. No,
But so based off the trailer, you thought it looked generic?
it just like it kind of looked like Mad Max, which it's kind of not what
Oh,
Fallout is.
speaking about Mad Max,
Oh yeah,
We do.
I
We
did
do
not
have-
watch the trailer, but you guys can talk about
I have not
it.
watched the trailer either, but
I
I've
know
heard of
trailer.
it.
I've never been a Mad Max
Great, we
fan.
can't even talk about it.
Hey,
It's-
let's talk about Minecraft Story Mode.
No way.
Is that the Minecraft
No.
movie?
So the Minecraft movie is looking like it might
Wait,
be
no,
an
no.
adaptation.
Did someone say
of the-
Minecraft story mode?
Hey,
Back-
we're jumping in too many
let
directions
Let
here,
me
man. We
show
gotta
you
stick.
something. Wait.
He's about to open up his save file and show how he 100% of the game in
All
2
right,
hours.
look
No,
at
he's gonna open up speedrun.com and show that he's number 6 on the league.
Minecraft story mode. 2015. Oh, look, speedrun.com. Episode
Get a
1.
fucking life.
Yo, wait. Does that say wait, where am I? Does that say Bazay Dry number 8?
Oh, wow.
He's not even
Wow.
number 6 anymore. He's number
Yeah.
8.
Wow. But
I'm
so
so
good
crazy
for
like
him.
that.
tell us about Minecraft story mode, because I heard this getting like a lot of actors, like Jason
They're not-
Momoa, right?
Yeah.
The
Well, so
Rock.
the movie is just no, not The Rock.
Oh,
The
okay.
movie is just live action Minecraft. Is
Pedro
really what it is
Pascal,
right now.
I think. Yeah.
No.
No, yeah, I
But
heard.
what's happening though is that they are casting a bunch of people, which is strange because like who the fuck are you casting for? There's 2 characters in Minecraft.
Not even like true.
We're
It's like
seeing.
there's
Yeah,
one
no.
always changeable character. You know?
No, Steve.
Okay, but
Yeah,
like
well, it
Steve's
says,
not like
let's see.
actually a character in gameplay, you know?
True, but they have a bunch of characters now, and people are speculating that it's going to be a Minecraft story mode adaptation.
That actually
Hmm.
goes so hard.
What does that mean exactly?
Okay,
An
so
adaptation of the game.
an
but
adaptation
is
of
it- well-
Minecraft story mode. So let me tell you the plot of Minecraft story mode. So
No.
Okay.
you have this guy, his name is Jesse, or her name is Jesse, you gotta pick.
Mr.
And
White.
they are going to this thing, but they accidentally activate a thing called a wither storm, which is basically a
They
giant
activated
wither
it. I don't remember that.
for no reason. And then they're like,
Mhm.
we need to find the 4 heroes, the 4 legendary heroes, because only
But then
they
it
can
turns
defeat.
out the heroes was the friends they made along
No,
the
and then the
way.
heroes turn out to be fakes. So they have to like band
Do it
together
themselves with their friends.
themselves
The
with
heroes turns out
friends
to be the friends they made along the
to
way.
defeat the wither storm.
I can't believe it.
Yeah,
And the pig is called Ruben, and he dies.
he does
He can
die.
fucking just like he turns
And
into a
there's
fucking pork
2
chop.
games and a DLC pack to the first one.
That shit is so fucking
They're
funny.
gonna
Let me see if I
adapt.
can
They're
pull
gonna
up the
adapt
clip.
that.
They're probably gonna adapt
Right.
the first one, no DLC.
Mm.
But yeah,
Yeah,
and
no,
then season 2 is like there's this guy who for some reason is called the admin, and he just like has all these god powers, and they need to find a way to kill him.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so, is it considered like a good game or like a good
No.
story?
No.
They don't.
No.
People don't
I
like
mean,
it.
It's Minecraft
When I was
story
a
mode.
kid,
What the
I thought
fuck
it
do you
was wow, this is insane. They do the stuff.
I remember I played it all the time. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah. But yeah,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Like critically examining it, not a very good story.
No, not a good story. No Fallout.
Shut the fuck up.
We got any other random topics before we get into what we're watching?
The actor for in the Winter Soldier Falcon, for like who was like the new Captain America.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
did something for
Anthony
like
Mackie.
the Thunder. No, like the white guy who people hated who was the new Captain
Oh,
America.
yeah.
Oh, that guy.
White Russell or something. Yeah, that guy.
Uh-huh.
And he's all like, he's in preparation because the Thunderbolts movies are going to come out, and he's going to be like the Thunderbolts guy. And you know what?
Yeah.
He said something that I think is really true. It's time to make a fucking good Marvel movie. And he was
Yeah.
all like, these movies have been like kind of meh, and it's time to make a good one. So Thunderbolts was going to be different, you know?
Yeah,
Oh,
and then it's just gonna
I
be
Bro,
am.
bad.
his show sucked ass, although he was the best character.
Oh, Ruben.
He was
Turned into a
the
pork
best
chop.
character, I would say, in the show.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I'm just applying because I think he is accurate that movies haven't been good in a while. So I do hope Thunderbolts is going to be different.
All right. So what do we
Anyway,
talk
what
about
we-
now?
What have we been watching, guys? Uri, do you want to just get everything you've
Yeah, fine.
watched up?
I watched the second half of the Squid Game reality TV show.
Oh, that came
But
out.
there's still
Oh.
there is still one more episode left. This is going to be the final episode. They're really stretching this out, the release thing. There's going to be one final thing where it's going to be... Because right now, it's been whittled down to 3 players, and then they have the one last challenge, the Squid Game itself. And we're going to see who wins.
It's just
They
them
turned the
fighting with
squid
knives,
into a
right?
game.
What?
It's just them fighting with knives, right?
I don't remember what the Squid Game actually is.
They turned Squid Game into a real game. It's kind of like wrestling, except inside the shape of a squid.
Oh,
That
is
sounds
that?
kind of fucked.
But I don't know, because like they might change it to be something else. Because guys, do you remember the Mr. Beast Squid Game where
Yeah.
instead of Squid Game they just did fucking magical chairs? Which I thought was kind of stupid. I would like to see them play
Yeah, no,
Squid Game.
magical chairs is the
Problem is nobody
stupidest
understands
game.
how to play. Nobody understands how to play Squid Game because the rules are so fucking stupid and
But-
overly convoluted.
But the thing is, I did hear some kind of background info for the games, because you know how in red light, green light,
Yeah.
there's like people walk. It turns out, you know what happens when they stop for like the red light?
Yeah.
They stay for 45 minutes or to an hour in that same position so they can figure out who moved. And so the lady who was squatting, everybody's like, you can't squat for like a few seconds. She was squatting for like an hour or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so it's really crazy. So we're getting some more back behind the scenes info. But the thing is about this show, it's so fucking good. It basically feels like the real Squid Game, except people just don't die. Because you get these like character arcs and twists. Like the twists are kind of fucking insane. Because like in the first game, there's like a lady who's all like, you know, I need this money. This money can change my life. And then you say we're gonna follow her out throughout the thing. Boom, she gets out immediately in the red light, green light, you know? And you're
Oh,
like,
wow.
oh, this game doesn't
Womp womp.
really pull its punches, because they'll like build up a character, let's just say, or a person, and then just get them out kind of like almost immediately.
Interesting.
It's a very interesting arc that I feel like, and honestly, Netflix can probably push this out for like 10 seasons, and I'd probably watch every fucking season since.
That's kind of sad.
If they did
No, I'd
different
watch.
games, I would get it. But also,
No, but
like, if you,
they
it's
have
hard
been
to
doing
like.
different.
Okay, but you don't get it because you watched it in dub and not sub.
I can get the theme of like
Is the
people
show in dub
hosting the
or
games
sub?
are not good people.
It's in English
So why is Netflix just
No,
doing
it's in
it?
dub.
because Netflix isn't a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Netflix isn't a
to be
person; it's an
fair,
organization.
I do want to say it
Fun
is.
fact.
To be fair, I do want to say it is by creating this show, you are inherently missing the point of the original show, that this thing is a fucked up thing, a race for capitalism, or essentially a race for capitalism. You are missing that point by actually creating the show.
But I thought the whole point of the thing is that it gave these disadvantaged people a chance to win money.
Hmm.
Nikola, that is not the point of the Squid Game.
And it's like sacrificing for the greater good.
I don't.
That's like
I
what the
don't-
old man said at the end.
Yeah, no, Nikola. I
The
don't think
old
you're.
man who turned out to be the villain.
Yeah,
He
Nikola.
wasn't the villain. He was just the organizer.
Yeah,
no.
which
Um,
was the okay.
Okay, but
Yeah,
why is
and-
that bad?
Nikola not being media literacy challenge, being a media.
They would have
literate.
just died on the street if they didn't die in the game. What's the difference?
I guess I don't know. I guess
You guys
guess
just
Nikola-
lack vision.
You just lack
yeah.
empathy.
But
And?
no, you are kind of missing the point
And?
by creating this show. But it is.
Why do you think I want to get a job at Lockheed Martin?
It is, unfortunately, the show is
Bomb
incredibly
factory.
captivating. It's just, this is like, I think one of the best reality TV shows I think I've ever seen recently. Because okay, there is like a mother-son combo, and the mother got out in the marble game, and so just her son, and then the son's all like, you know, like he was kind of lost without his mom. And so then they get to the glass bridge game, and so if you're essentially 1 through like 7, you are kind of fucked for the glass bridge game.
Yeah.
So, but they organize like a plan where they go out, because like when you go in, you could either like 50% chance of getting the right tile each time, but they decide that only each person in the group, since there's like 20 people, they're going to make one risk take, and so then they'll figure out like who can go ahead and overtake other people. And so the guy who the son from the mother-son combo, he goes ahead, but the person behind him will not go ahead of him, even though he already made his one move, like deciding, and he made it, but he won't go ahead, so he goes again, and then he goes again, and then he falls through the thing.
Okay, did they put like a
Wow.
foam pit at the bottom, or what did they do?
They don't show what happens at the bottom, but they just show that they drop from the glass thing, and it just drops down. I think they probably did some CGI to make sure what happens, like because they did that for the Mr. Beast one, I think too.
Yeah, they had
Yeah,
a lot
most of the
CGI.
Mr. Beast one was CGI. Like those big doors closing around were actually just two people rolling walls forward.
Yeah, but because like the thing is, you can see the Mr. Beast version is you see like when that came out, that was like the biggest thing ever. Like we finally managed to adapt this thing to TV, and like how can this thing like get even better, like this version? But it turns out it can get way fucking better. 'Cause
Okay,
while the
when
Mr.
you
Beast
have
was-
like 8 episodes, each
Yeah.
like 30 minutes, that's way better than
Yeah, but
one guy's 22 minutes.
I think it definitely allows you. It definitely allows you to get more connected with the people, I think, more in the game. I think like because like you get kind of really sad when the person you like gets out of the game, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the after the Glass Bridge game there was actually 9 people left or something. And so then they got into this thing where they had to vote each other out in like a circle. And the thing is, everyone blindfolded, and then one person gets to choose to vote for someone else by putting like a box on their desk, and then everyone takes off their blindfold, and the person with the box on their desk, they have to figure out if they can figure out who voted them out, they get to stay in the game. But if they don't pick the right person, they get out. And so that got rid of 6 people, leaving the remaining 3. And so that's the 3 that are in the finals right now, and the last one's going to come out December 5th. We're going to see who wins the first reality Squid game.
I think Among Us does.
All right.
Speaking about something else that comes out on
No,
December
no, no,
5th.
no, 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 no. I have a
Yeah.
better transition. Guys, what's the real best reality show ever made? Cake
Survivor.
or Fate?
The Amazing Race. Oh,
The one where you stab the sentient cakes with the knife?
Oh, he's
Sentient?
making a Rick and Morty reference.
Hey!
I didn't watch it. Whoops.
Whoops!
What?
Guess
Becky,
it's
you
a
wanna
Beck
talk
and
about it?
Uri, Rick and Morty.
So,
I
are you
didn't-
familiar?
I didn't-
Becca,
I
are you
didn't watch it because it looked to be summer oriented, and I don't.
You don't like
like
summer?
definitely.
It is
Damn.
summer. I still would never miss a Rick and Morty episode, Aiden.
Wow,
well,
he's
I
a true
also would
fan.
never miss a Rick and Morty episode. Just
He
to
has
be
enough
clear.
IQ
Okay, well,
to
I was
understand
doing
Rick
more
and Morty.
important things like gaming and watching a
holding
different
back.
show.
Okay.
Oh, is this a transition to?
Nope, nope.
No, guys, we're transitioning way too fast.
Wow.
So let's talk about Beck.
It's
You can
because we don't
describe
have
this
to run this out for 2 hours.
Yeah,
Beck. Talk about the episode.
so
So,
true.
basically,
Are you familiar with
summer.
the movie the title's based off?
No,
The Kuat? Have you seen Total Recall?
no.
It's a good movie.
Okay, can I give a recap of the plot? So, Rick, nope, not Rick. Morty and Summer, they both want to go to this golf frisbee party, but Summer wants basically, you know how in Fallout you can change your like special to have like 10 strength, 10 charisma, but you have to like take
Sure.
away other stuff.
An attribute slider.
Yeah, an attribute slider. So basically, she can change her
Yeah.
strength, but she has to like lower her intelligence. So she messed with that, but then Morty's like, no, but I want that. So he goes to the party, then he tries stealing it from Summer, but then they fall into the pool. And then when Summer gets out of the pool, Morty has been like implanted into her stomach, and it's now his
Yeah, like a
head
mini
is
Morty
coming out
has
of her
like
stomach.
emerged. Yeah.
Like Vor.
What?
Kind of because in this movie happens based off like they're called like Kuats, and that's why the episode's called Wet Kuat American Mordican Summer. And because like in the movie called Total Recall, like there is this thing called the Kuats, and it comes out as like a mutant thing, and that's what it's based off essentially.
It's very
And in
hard
the
to
line-
describe, and I very much don't want to describe it. But and she's
Wow.
like, no, I feel so hideous. This is so sad. But then she goes to a nightclub because on this planet, like everyone who has one of those is insanely popular. She then gets kidnapped, and they rip Morty out of her chest, and then she goes and tries to rescue Morty. They beat the bad guy. Hijinks ensue. There's a lot of jokes.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
it kind of just feels like the season does kind of feel like they're focusing on a lot of different types of side characters because this is the first episode that they call the title with Summer in it ever, and so I do feel like they're trying to focus on like different kind of side characters in this universe. We got like
Yeah, like
and,
90%
we
of the
got,
episode is just Summer. Or
like
90% of
we
the
got
episode
like
has Summer in it.
we got like Wong, we got Unity, we had Poopy Butthole, we had Prime Rick and Evil Morty, all that stuff. So we are focusing. I feel like this season is the season of side characters, which I don't mind. You know, I think it is kind of interesting that we get to see this universe more.
I just want more Jerry.
Really, I
Really
feel
had
like
a
He's
season
Jerry
six,
keeping edge.
episode.
I feel like
Jerry
season
is
but I want
keeping
more.
edge.
Jerry is a good character. I feel like season 6 was kind of the season of Jerry for me. You know,
Yeah.
if you guys can recall. But
Total
this feels like
recall.
I do feel like
Total recall. Oh.
I do feel like this episode is kind of a good return to form because like I feel like season 6 and 7 have definitely been a huge increase from season 4 and 5.
It's all very average.
And you know what?
for
I feel like
me.
this is the first episode where I didn't realize Rick's voice actor was different.
I
like, I
could
didn't
very
feel that.
much tell that his voice actor was different.
I don't.
But
for this
maybe it's
episode, this is
because
the
I've
first
been
episode.
watching all the episodes. I've only been watching a couple of the episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. For me, this is like the first episode where I felt like I didn't hear the change that much in either Rick or Morty.
Yeah.
But
That was last episode for me.
Really?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even maybe before it. I'm okay with like the voice actor changes. Like in Outer
Wilds.
No. What the fuck is it called? Solar Opposites. Jesus
Oh, yeah.
Christ.
Well, that was
when the-
completely different.
Yeah. When the voices changed, I barely realized. Oh, well, no, I realized it. 2 episodes.
For
I was
context, the
okay
Solar
with it.
Opposites switch from Justin Roiland's voice actor. It changes to a British accent. So
like
that's-
just a British guy. It's completely different. But like after 2 episodes, I just like it just toned it out.
yeah.
And then I went back to an earlier episode and then completely just adjusted to the change. My brain just didn't even register that it was a different voice.
Yeah, no. I do think they've handled both of these Justin Roiland voice changes pretty well, for the
Yeah.
most part. And I think what really shined for me was the voice acting for Prime Rick, since Rick and Prime Rick are voiced by the same guy.
Yeah,
What?
Of course.
And so I really like the Prime, especially when Rick's beating him and he says like "you lived in my house." I felt like that was a really top tier voice acting for Rick.
Yeah.
But I don't know, Beck, you have any thoughts on the episode? Jesus Christ, Beck, you're tired at 9 p.m.
Bro,
on a
I'm
Friday.
having a rough day.
This is so sad, Beck.
Beck, would
Okay.
you like to tell us about your rough day?
I have
Yeah, let's
3
hear your-
INFOCUS stories.
Let's hear your INFOCUS stories, Beck.
All right. Oh my god, I have so much energy all of a sudden. This is crazy. Okay.
Let's go.
This moves on to the life portion of the episode.
All right.
Yeah.
So, as we know, Thanksgiving was a big month for shows and TVs this year.
So true.
I decided I have a week off of school. I might as well just watch all the shows and movies that came out in November and then do
Like
a
which?
review segment for INFOCUS.
Wow.
So I watched 7 different things. I will list them all now. Trolls Band Together, The Marvels, Hunger Games Ballad of Songbird and Snakes,
Wish.
Blue Eye Samurai, Invincible 2A,
Invincible.
and Scott Pilgrim Takes Off.
Yeah.
And Blue Eye Samurai. Did I list that?
You
Yeah,
said
you
that
did.
already.
All right, cool. So, and then I basically, when I over the break, I wrote down my thoughts for the ones I already seen. And then when I watched the new ones, I wrote those down. And then
Bitch, I said what
Saturday?
I said.
wait, no. Yeah, Saturday night, I like stood literally right here. Like I stood up and I had the camera facing this way against my wall, and I recorded myself saying all the reviews. And as you know, I am pretty notoriously bad at voiceover. So
It's true. he
We
is
do know
bad at
that Beck is notoriously bad.
so I was
voiceover,
trying to
'cause,
make it sound very natural.
Mm,
the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, it kind of dragged in part 3, and
Yeah, okay.
wish
It's bro, voice acting is hard. I've never said
no. For the most part, I didn't. When I was watching the video, I didn't see anything that egregious. That was
Yeah.
like, it was,
not like it's storming.
Yeah. Okay.
but
And then I actually did have to cut 2 from the InFocus broadcast because of time.
Oh,
So sadly, my Pally was not graced with my thoughts on Trolls Band Together and half a season of Invincible.
no, this is so sad.
Yeah.
Can we hit 4 likes?
But
So
yeah, it was
true.
actually really fun. I thought like it was like a pretty like package, but I got a lot of compliments throughout the day, so that was good.
That's good. So
And
that's in Focus Story 1.
that's in
That
Focus
Focus.
Story 1.
I was getting
Okay.
some drama with that. Like somebody hated your reviews.
No. But I do wanna.
And we got 2 more.
There's a photo to go along with this next one.
In a visual
no.
aid, that's nice.
Visual aid.
Is that the guy who made BoJack Horseman?
That's the guy who made BoJack Horseman.
Yeah,
How was
you're
that?
just
Wednesday at 9 a.m. I had the most stressful interview of my entire life
Oh my god.
Let's go.
with the creator
my
of
God.
my second favorite TV show.
Why is this stressful for you?
Bro, what
Because
the
it's the creator of his second favorite TV
Yeah,
show.
Beck,
Okay.
Nikola, do you
Nikola,
fucking remember
Nikola,
how stressful Beck was for meeting the fucking principal of the school?
Okay, true. That is
Okay,
true.
Nikola,
That just
Nikola,
lacks
imagine-
all
hold on.
confidence.
I
That's the
do.
main issue.
Nicola, imagine you have an interview set up with Dave Filoni.
Who is Dave
And you're-
Filoni?
Jesus Christ, never fucking
So
mind.
Okay, Dave Filoni's the
Nicola,
Star Wars guy. I
Nicola,
could easily
imagine-
have a conversation with Dave Filoni.
Nicola,
Okay,
Nicola,
because
imagine
you have a
had
lot
a
more
conversation-
social confidence than I
Easily.
do.
Yeah,
Nicola,
I don't
He's
give a shit.
racist.
Nicola,
I just
imagine
don't
you had
give
a
a shit.
conversation with the guy who created the boys in the boat. You'd piss your pants.
You mean
The-
the author?
Yeah.
Or you
the-
mean like Al Urbixson or any of the
every
rowers?
single creator.
I would just talk
The
to them.
entire Boys in the Boat crew shows up.
I
What are
would
you
probably
doing?
talk to them about rowing.
No.
I would want
Oh.
to talk to the coxswain about how to become a better coxswain.
I'll walk you through how I actually
What?
got this interview.
So how did you
Okay,
get this
wait.
interview back?
Yeah, Beck, can you walk us through how you got this interview?
So at the beginning of me being like, okay, I want to do a package about BoJack Horseman because the guy who made it went to our school. I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, I'm just gonna make the package, but I'm in a group with 2 other people and they need something to do. So I'm like, maybe just go try and get an interview. And I'm like, they're never gonna get it. But 4 weeks. It took 4 weeks, and then someone actually emailed back saying it wasn't the guy, it was some other guy who had the main guy's email saying,
Wow.
could you send more details? We sent more details, blah 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 communication. Tuesday of Thanksgiving break, we get the confirmation that he's down to do it Wednesday 9 a.m.
Wow.
So I am now
Wow.
stressed during my entire Thanksgiving break because I know in 1 week I have to do this interview.
Very cool.
And I'm like,
Wow.
the only thing justifying this is like, it's going to make great podcast content.
Yep.
It does. I'm
Yeah,
gonna make a
so-
short of this.
Yeah. And then we do the interview. The guy, he was so chill with everything. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I was insanely nervous, but I had 2 other people there to like help walk through some of the stuff.
Yeah, it's like when Uri was there when meeting with the.
Yeah, no, yeah, the fucking principal conversation. Imagine that, but I'm like 10 times more stressed. That's how I was acting.
Oh,
Dude, why are you so socially awkward? Why do you
Bro.
care?
It's insanely stressful, bro.
So Beck,
You
you
genuinely
said-
just have to live life as if everybody else is NPCs.
Okay, yeah,
Back-
but
back-
Yeah, but
that's
Just
insanely
when-
hard.
Just have main character
Yeah.
syndrome, and then it's super easy.
Okay.
Guys,
don't worry. I'll talk about main character syndrome a little bit later.
Okay.
But Beck, you said it started at 9 a.m., so I assume you woke up at 6 a.m. to
I
prep.
woke up. No, oh wait, no, that goes into my next INFOCUS story. So let me finish the interview. So
Okay.
Oh yeah, I know.
I
this one.
do the interview. We talk a bit, break the ice a bit at the beginning, saying like he put
Wait, so
his.
but Beck, you have to do step by step. So you opened up the Zoom, and he was
Wait,
like,
okay, I opened up the Zoom like 8:40, and to make sure everything's
Yeah.
working, and we go into like the podcast room of the Mac. And we're talking, and then I have the two other people there, and we're talking, and we start talking about BoJack Horseman episodes at 8:58 because we think he's joining at 9, and he joins early, and we like immediately go silent.
Wait, the people with you watch BoJack Horseman?
One of them has.
Okay.
And then so we go through the normal interview. I very badly describe what the package is, so the other person goes in and saves it.
Wow. Are you like I love your show. It's my second favorite show.
That's at the end.
You really said to his
If you go
face,
through the normal
"Wow,
interview,
your
all
show's
the
my
questions,
second favorite
And then
show."
at the end, he's like, "Oh, I never got your names because we never introduced ourselves." I'm like,
Crazy.
yeah, I'm Beck. And then at the end, the person next to me is like, "Oh, me and my brother, we love your show. We love Fish Out of Water, View from Halfway Down." I'm like, yeah, I mean, this is one of my top shows of all time. It's an honor to do this. I really love Good Damage. So I gotta
Yeah.
say what my favorite episode was and say that's one of my favorite shows.
Okay, would you say
Nice.
this is better or worse than when he came on for the for that one time in like for my
I
freshman
mean,
year? Your
he gave
sophomore.
insane answers to all the questions. Like insanely like stuff very like good advice.
Imagine the footage corrupted.
No, bro, you do not know how panicked I was the footage was gonna corrupt. I like made
Yeah.
copies of it. I uploaded it to Google Drive.
Why
but
would it
yeah,
corrupt?
I did OBS.
So
Yeah.
it always corrupts through.
But
No,
no,
I did
go
I did OBS recording and I did Zoom recording.
But Beck,
That's good.
take us through the actual interview process of asking questions.
So mostly it was like we'd ask the question and then he'd like talk about it for 3 minutes without us saying anything, which is like it's going in a video package, so that's typically what you want.
So, what are
yeah.
examples of some questions that you asked?
Actually have the it was like what advice do you have for like students pursuing an artistic career? Do you think an academically challenging environment like Pally is harmful or not? Stuff like that. Here I've just pulled up the document.
What does this have to do with BoJack Horseman?
Okay. Was there ever a time you wanted to pursue a creative career, or when did you realize you wanted to pursue a creative career, and what inspired you to do so? Was there ever a time you considered choosing a different career path? Did you ever face struggles when creating BoJack, and how did you deal with them? How did you make? Oh, that one we skipped. There was a good one. Did we cut it? It was like what? Oh yeah. What do you think are the most important messages for audience, especially teenagers, to take from BoJack? So we had stuff about BoJack, but it was mostly a lot about him.
Don't be
Yeah.
an alcoholic horse.
Yeah.
That's the biggest message.
Yeah.
But what were your biggest takeaways from the conversation with him?
He had a lot of good stuff about just like stuff that kind of like felt very true to me. It's like when you make stuff, you want people to be like, yeah, that was the greatest thing ever made. But
That was the
that's not
greatest
what usually
TV
happens.
finale of all time.
I did not say that during the interview. Just want to state.
Guys, Beck isn't a total loser, guys. Come on.
Yeah,
Wow.
and then he talked. Yeah, I don't remember a lot, but like,
Be
bro,
blacked out,
the
Beck.
past
Black,
2
Beck.
days I've been like, bro, I sounded so cringe the entire thing, and just being like, yeah.
How
Well, I
did-
mean,
how
what
did
did the
your-
other
how did
people
your
say?
partners? How did your partners do?
So we had one person on the right of me who I was in the middle. One person on the right of me who was asking a lot of the questions, and then one person left me who I don't think spoke once the entire interview. But she was
That's
still
really
a part of
funny.
our package.
Wow.
You should
But,
invite
I
me
mean,
for some.
yeah,
You should do a rowing package.
we
For
didn't
your
really
next one, you
need
should do some
everyone
type
to
of rowing
talk, but
package.
I think everyone in the package really helped.
You know what? You should do a package on the boys in the boat, and then in it you should include interviewing some actual rowers at Pally,
That's
and then interview people from
crazy.
NorCal crew.
But
Okay.
um,
But yeah, that
how
is.
did the interview end? Did he just leave the
You
Zoom
know,
or like we're
we
like
said
bye?
we said it would take 15 minutes, and then we got to it, and we said the last question. Then we said the thing about how we really like the show, and then we just all said bye.
Wow.
Yeah.
The person left you just not saying anything.
No. He said bye. Like
Yeah.
we had like a normal goodbye, and then like the
Mm.
moment the video ended, I like started jumping up in the air in the podcast room. So I'm
Wow.
very glad
Next
my
to the,
video
why are
is
you
done.
so cringe?
Next to the people.
Yeah, next to the people, bro.
Why are you
this
so
is,
cringe?
This is the creator of my second favorite TV show. Shut the fuck
Did you
up.
call him this? Did you say the second favorite?
I
Oh,
did
this
not
is
say
my
second favorite, because if he asked what the favorite was, and I had to say the Owl House, that would have been the most embarrassing thing ever.
No, that wouldn't have been embarrassing. He'd probably
don't
go,
think you could have dug
I
yourself-
love the owl.
I don't think you
I
could have dug yourself
love-
into any deeper of a hole.
Wow.
So I think you should have
Ugh.
said Owl House because
So
you can't really
is
get
that-
much worse than you already had it.
Now, what happens next, Beck?
What's the third story?
Third story. So the interview happened on Wednesday. Tuesday night, I'm like, I need to wake up early and be ready. So I go to sleep at like 10:30.
Yeah.
I wake up at 8 a.m. knowing I have the interview. I check my phone. I get a text saying, hey, you're anchoring tomorrow. Bring a full cowboy outfit. And he
Jesus
had sent that at
fucking
11 p.m. last night. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Wait, I'm anchoring and I
The
need a
fuck?
cowboy outfit? What the fuck?
Is this
Oh.
Spirit Week?
I'm really confused, but during my sophomore Spirit Week, I did have ranch as one of the themes. I think sophomores always have ranch theme or something.
Yes,
So I
that's how
had
it
cowboy
works.
stuff ready. So I grabbed my cowboy stuff, and I'm like, bro, you do not text me to bring a full cowboy outfit on the morning right before the most important interview I've ever had. So that I'm already very stressed about that. I show up, I finish the interview, I go back, and I find out it's for some show called Yellowstone that the other
And now
anchor
I
really
can
liked.
bring the I can bring the
Uri,
background.
please explain what Yellowstone is.
Okay, so I just so this guy, the anchor who told you to bring like the stuff and like the guy who next to you, this guy, from what I remember in Focus last year, who's in Focus last year with me, he really loves this show called Yellowstone. And Yellowstone, I'm not gonna lie, I saw 4 seasons of Yellowstone. It was like 5 seasons of Yellowstones. Then it got canceled because like the lead Kevin Costner had some like problems with the studio or something. Anyway, Yellowstone is essentially what if Succession but outside and in like Montana and like government. But it's
Succession
like
for people that don't like business.
yeah, Succession but people that don't like business and there's some it's such a stupid fucking show.
It's like the
character
number one
is-
show on TV though, like on cable.
It is. People are obsessed with this show, but the show is so fucking stupid. You know, I watched like 4 seasons. I realized I liked the show, but then I realized after season 4, because I watched in kind of like a binge state, I realized that was such a fucking stupid show I watched. The characters make no sense. The motivations are bad. The plot is super contrived. It's all of that about these ideas about like kind of like what being a real man in the Yellowstone is, but the father is such a bad father. He kind of like
What time period does this take place in?
so this is like modern day, but guess what? This show is so fucking popular. It's had 2 spin-offs about like the previous history of the family, 1883 and 1923. You know?
Wow, 1883. You know what else happened in the 18th century? 2 years before the Civil War takes place, this movie I watched. Guess what it is?
Wait.
I watched Django Unchained.
Can I finish the
Wow.
actual Yellowstone story?
Yeah, let's finish the Yellowstone
And
story.
so
Okay.
I just say it's just a fucking stupid show. And he's like, you had to pretend to be like Casey Dunn, and I'm like the what was he?
Yeah, no.
He said it was,
Let me walk you through
1923.
it. So I go there and I'm wearing full cowboy boots, so I kind of want to show him. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll just put them on the table while we're doing the intro. And this guy, he like looks up like the trailer footage for like season 1 and just like recites it as our thing. And I have to like somehow go along with that without laughing. Because I do not get what people like about this show. And he's like, no, people will get it. People will get it. It's a very popular show.
Oh, yeah.
It's like if you rocked up and you're like, okay, guys, today we're going to be reciting the Owl House finale.
And then Beck
So
just
true.
Make sure to wear a white and purple striped shirt with a cat hood.
Make sure to wear some wizard
and-
outfits.
Yeah.
Make sure to wear an owl house that says Hootie on it, and make sure to be an owl house.
Say, I love Hootie Hooters.
And
Okay.
make sure to get some sort of live-in situation that's an aviation type of species. Like maybe like a bird apartment or like an owl
A hotel
house
of some kind.
Yeah, a hotel.
Yeah. Okay. But we do film the thing. It took so
How many
many takes and sitting my boots on the table took so much back strength. Like it was crazy because those stairs have no backs. It was hard.
Oh.
Yeah. But eventually we got it done. And I'm like, that's kind of cringe.
It was very
I don't
cringe,
get it, but if you probably get it, it might be funny. I don't know. I'm willing to go along with the bit.
I get it, and that was still fucking cringe as fuck. Like Beck's like, yup.
Casey Dunn. I have no idea who that is.
Did anyone else in the studio get it?
No.
No?
Okay.
Wow.
But we have that, and then Thursday comes around, and that's when the episode actually airs.
And people love it.
Nobody got it.
I'm like, But then I guess what? I wake up kind of late, and I realize, I'm going to be late to class. But I don't want to be late to class because I want to see because I'm actually anchoring, I need to see myself on the screen because I'm awesome. You know what I mean?
You need to see if people actually recognize Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Everybody was very confused in my class.
Guess what? I get there and I get the bike cage at like 8:59. So I like lock my bike insanely quickly, and I have to run up the stairs. And I get to the door,
campus.
and I open it right as the INFOCUS intro ends, and I show up on screen. So like I show up on screen, and then you hear me panting, running the door. So that was pretty funny.
So did anybody recognize it in your class?
No, I do not think anyone did.
Wow.
But yeah.
Wow.
So
don't
that
think
was
anybody got
Yellowstone.
it.
I'm not gonna watch the show.
No, don't watch
So
the show.
Alright.
It's so bad.
Speaking of watching the show, Nikola, you watched
No.
I watched the
No,
movie.
shut up, Nikola.
Django Unchained.
Nope.
Simply because this morning I was scrolling through TikTok.
Now
I
you
saw a
wanted to say the
clip from the
N-word.
movie. I
Okay.
saw one clip
But
out of like
guys,
500.
Yellowstone.
And I'm
That's
like,
some
oh
kind
yeah,
of
that's a
national
popular
park
movie.
in
That looks like a good
Wyoming.
I'm
movie.
not talking about
What if
that.
there was
Then I
some kind of
start the movie,
national
and it's a
forest in
good
Wyoming?
movie.
Talking over each
It's
other.
a great movie. I like that movie. And so it was a good movie.
So that was that kind of bit that we just listened to. So I'm going to talk about a game that
So
It's called The Beginner's Guide.
but what if you were? I know this is fire and you were watching it, but what about some other game?
Beck, I'm not talking about Firewatch.
This is so sad.
Wait, I'm
Okay,
confused.
Okay, so
Okay,
there's this
so
game called
I played it.
Firewatch that he
Your
played.
jacket is ripped. Your jacket's ripped.
Yeah, bro. The other one's also like
What?
adding so many feathers.
He has two of them.
Beck, it's like
Anyway,
do you
so I
have a
played this-
spare jacket? You probably do. You
We're
probably
trying to find a replacement. We have to go through insane amounts of screening to make sure it fits the Beckline scheme.
screening, like a fucking audition to be
Yeah,
Beck's
all the jacks
jacket.
need to audition. Match
All
the
right,
same.
so I played this game called The Beginner's Guide. It is written by the guy Stanley Parable, my favorite, the brother of famous streamer Doug.
Doug
Now-
Doug.
So now this game is introduced as a compilation of games by Davy's friend Coda. And it's a compilation of games from like 2009, 11. And
9/11.
so true. And it is it's like a compilation of games and what Davy was like interpreting from them as they came, and how he interpreted as how the person was like living life. And
Aiden, you're cutting out a bit.
You're
Move a
cutting
bit
out
back.
like a lot.
Yeah.
wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. So the game. Where do I need to start over?
I don't know. What was the game again?
Probably from 9/11.
Just
Yeah,
start off
okay.
from where, yeah.
All right, so the game made by Davy Reedon, brother of Doug Doug, guy who wrote the Stanley Parable, one of my favorite games, made this game. It is described by him. He's a narrator in the game. He's a collection of games.
You're cutting out again.
Move back,
Holy
Aiden. Aiden, move back.
I'll put my mic over here. Jesus Christ. Okay. This game is made by Davy
Just give
Reedon.
what the game is. You don't need to say who is Doug Doug again. We got that crystal
Alright.
clear.
Brother of Doug Young, creator of the Stanley
Stanley
Parable.
Parable, one of your favorite games.
Fucking
The
sucks.
guy who made the Stanley Parable, he put this game together. He said he is a narrator
Wait, he's the brother of
And-
who?
of Doug Doug.
Oh,
and
I didn't get that.
He put it's,
Doug Doug
the
is
game,
a streamer, Papa. Just to let you know, Dad.
and the game is a collection of games from his friend Coda, and he put them all together in a collection, and he's narrating over you playing them, and he discusses like how throughout his friendship with Coda, like what these games were supposed to like signify in his mind, or like as in his emotions or whatever.
Mm.
So you like have one where it's like, this is just a maze in like a building and it's not flashed out, and none of the games are complete, and none of them were like he didn't let anyone play them. He just made them for himself, and then Davey also played them. But like you'd have ones where it's like the whole game was like you're in the woods and it's all dark and you walk forward and it says you are now entering, and that's the whole game. And then there's like two other games, and then you do the same thing, but it says you're now exiting. And it's like, this was like to bookend this part of his life or whatever.
Mm.
Or there was a couple ones where he like messed with this like prison area, and he did like 4 games within this prison area, and it was like how he's trapped in his own mind. And then there's a couple where like characters talk to themselves, and it's like he's talking to himself because he's like he feels alone or whatever, right? And so Davy's like, yeah, he like is showing signs of depression, and he's distancing himself, and it took him a long time for this to make this game, and like we didn't talk very much or whatever. And he keeps talking about like he adds these lampposts into the game. They're supposed to like signify something, or there's this 2 doors puzzle that's in a lot of them, and it like is supposed to mean something metaphorically. But then you get to like the final level, and it's revealed in that level that all of what Davy has been saying has been untrue. Basically, like Davy's just gathering like this guy's emotions. He's making it all up. The guy makes the games because he wants to fucking make a game. It's not supposed to mean anything.
Mm.
Davy looks at the thing. He says the curtains are blue because they're supposed to represent sadness. But he's also like, he also feels like it's supposed to validate him for like discovering this deep
Wait.
emotional connection in the game.
So it's kind of like how Henry kind of over imagines everything that happened in the forest of Firewatch.
Oh, holy shit!
Beck, shut the fuck up. Beck, Aiden was telling us about this deep game, and you're like,
You're
bringing up
saying
this
Firewatch
nonsense.
isn't deep? You gotta play.
I think this game is way deeper than that.
But no. He
This Firewatch.
over exaggerates it to get off the thoughts of his wife, who's been struggling.
I think
yeah,
your
but is
mechanics at the
your game based on a real event?
Yes.
No, it's not.
Bro, you're saying there's been at least one guy who's stolen a radio from people and played the music while walking back to his tower. That's
In fact,
happened
Jesus,
once in the history of
Okay.
time.
in the
Whatever.
history.
in the history.
In
No,
the
this sounds like
I-
a really cool. This sounds like a really cool game, Aiden.
It was only like an hour long. It was like $5, and I had a great time playing it. The ending twist was thing. Because it's just like it poses the narrator Davy as like this super unreliable person who's kind
Sort
of
of
just
like
being
the
an
narrator
asshole.
from the Stanley Parable who lies to
Gee.
you all the time.
He doesn't lie to you all the time.
He lies
only
to you
when make
basically
them-
all the time.
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
But because knowing he made the Stanley Parable, having this game and having it be and psychological is kind of weird. But it also like shows that he's just a really good writer.
It sounds
Would
really
you call this some
cool.
kind of peak?
No,
Oh,
because it was really
and
short.
so the guy who made this, he's the brother of who?
but wait,
Doug.
Aiden.
And the collection was made because after like the final game came out, like in the game, there's text that's like, "Hey, don't talk to me again. Don't show my games to other people. Stop putting lampposts in my game. What the fuck are you doing?" And at the end, Davy's like, "I made this so that I could like try to talk to you again and apologize."
Okay.
But then that's a
It-
lie too.
Well, no,
we don't
I
know.
Who the fuck knows? He's an unreliable narrator.
I assume Beck is with his INFOCUS stories as well. That's what I understand. You know?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that image with me
Okay.
Photoshop with me Bojack Horseman creator completely photoshopped.
Okay, fine. I also played another game.
No,
that-
you don't get to do that now. You don't get to do that now. I have a good
No,
I'm
transition.
trying-
I have a good
Aiden,
transition.
fine,
Aiden
you
only
have a
gets
good
one game per
Okay.
week.
No, I actually do
Sure,
talk about
okay.
it.
Fine.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so I played Firewatch, which is in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Can you believe
That's
it?
crazy. It's in the game
it's
made
an
by
open
the
world
same
game.
guy.
Quickly, shut it down.
Yeah. So that's where I know Firewatch from. And then I played it, and I thought it was fun. I had a fun time.
I wouldn't necessarily
Um,
call it a fun game. Would you
Why?
consider a
Fun game.
horror
That's 'cause
movie
you're
to
a
be
loser.
fun?
Beck,
for some
it is
people,
not
yeah.
scary.
It's
Wait, is Beck? Is
Bro,
Beck? Is Beck?
I had
Beck,
like
were you?
bro, the stress I had playing Firewatch was crazy.
I had no stress.
Beck, were you afraid
Beck
when you
just
were
doesn't
watching?
understand gaming.
Beck, were you afraid when you were watching FNAF? Were you pissing your pants during that?
Aiden can tell
Yes.
you, I screamed very loudly.
Yeah.
Bro, I screamed at fucking Barbie. What do you think?
What did you scream at in Barbie? Wait, what?
there was a jump scare with like weird
What?
Barbie, I think.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
It was
like,
very scary. She was really weird.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Aiden, please continue about how
Yeah.
Firewatch is one of the greatest games ever made.
Wait,
That's
wait.
not at all what I said.
so what
Really
is Firewatch
not.
about?
So Firewatch, you're a guy. His wife has dementia, and now he's like in Wyoming, Yosemite. He's like watching for fires, and there's this girl on the phone. Her name is Lila, and you talk to her on the speaker, and things happen around you, and then they go missing, and you're like, what the fuck? And then there's this one guy, and he's like, what's going on with this guy? And then you like get spied on, and like people, and you're like, whoa, they're listening.
You keep cutting out.
You're cutting. Yeah, you're cutting out.
Do you have
okay,
noise
I'm
suppression
just
on
get-
or something?
I do. I always have noise suppression on.
Turn it off.
No, we're just gonna
Oh yeah, go to bad mic.
bad mic time. so things happen, and you're like, whoa, things are happening. And basically the gameplay loop is you walk, and then that's the gameplay.
That's
He described it not very good.
That's
I
'cause
described it
maybe it's just
perfectly
not
well.
a good game. Beck.
You are a man
so
in the Firewatch
Yep.
tower. You are going there to escape the problems because your wife is. It depends on what's happening and the choices that you pick.
why
but
is Beck so horny for this game?
your wife is like
She's
not
horny
doing
for
very
Hooters.
well, so you leave and you go to this Firewatch tower to try to avoid your problems. But
What
throughout
does
the
that mean?
time,
Avoid your
a lot
problems.
of weird stuff happening. The power
Just let it
lines
be.
are cut, and you're wondering, wait, why? Some girls go disappearing, and you were the last person to see them alive. That's weird.
So you're
There's
So
a lot
you're
of weird
arrested.
signals coming around, and it's all about uncovering the mystery of what's happening in this forest.
How long
Literally
is the game?
nothing. It was
The
like
point!
3 hours.
That's the point! The point is nothing's happening, it's all in his head. And that's because he's trying to avoid his problems.
I don't
Like-
know if
like
it was
what?
all in his head. I think
his-
it
It was
actually
all in his
happened.
head, bro. I'm sending you so many Firewatch video essays now. I'm sending you I'm sending you all the Firewatch video essays.
This man is
Can't-
such a fucking
Can't
loser.
wait to
Okay.
not watch them. I'll be
Guys,
honest.
Honestly, you can chronicle Celsius Pod by the rise and fall of Beck Lions, essentially.
Yep, it's true. So
Okay.
I played that game and that was fun.
But wait, Aiden.
I stole. Yeah,
Oh wait, do you have something to
Jesus
say?
Christ.
I was gonna say I stole a boombox on day one and brought it back to my to the cabin, to the Firewatch tower, and then it disappeared. And I was really sad. But then I found a little dinosaur and a cardboard man, and they were best friends.
Yeah.
But
And they were roommates?
but let's move off of gaming for a little bit.
Nope.
No, we have one more
no.
thing. We have one more thing
Guys.
for
Oh yeah,
gaming.
Beck, you have one
In
more
this
thing.
game, you hike, but it's also very
Uh-huh.
short.
Oh, it's true. It's true. It's true. Hold on, give me a second.
What could possibly this be a reference to?
What did he just do it at the camera? So I played this game called A Short Hike.
Beck,
Oh,
are you
wow.
gonna tell me why it's one of the best games you've ever played?
See, this is now the invert. See, I was telling Aiden that Firewatch was one of the best games ever made, and he was saying was kind of mid. And now he's gonna say it's the best game ever to me, and I'm gonna say it was pretty good.
Yo!
Wait, that's not the same. That's not the inverse, Beck.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you know what inverse means. Equal
I
and
also
opposite
didn't
by-
say it was mid. I called Firewatch good.
Okay. Yeah. And then I'm calling Short Hike.
No, he considers not being the best game of all time. Game of
Okay,
the
It's like
year.
if it's not Owl House Peak, why would I watch it?
Okay, but is it so peak that you own a plush and a shirt?
Okay. Let me first
It is.
explain
It
to
is
you.
my favorite shirt that I own. I'll be honest.
A short hike can be a very boring game if all you do is just try to get to the peak. But as I
And
say,
Beck,
it's not about
hold
the
on.
journey. It's about it's about the destination.
Beck,
It's about the
Beck,
not the
I-
destination, but the journey.
Beck, I have watched you play video games. I have watched you play the Stanley Parable. And I have watched you play Undertale, where a lot of the gameplay and a lot of the fun of it goes from exploring different things and talking to people
Yeah.
and doing things. And you can't do that very well.
Oh,
I
how
had
do
to tell you.
know? I love
I had to
those
tell you
games.
so much. I said, Beck, go this way before you keep going. There's something really cool that happens.
Bro, let me explain the context for this exact situation. He does that. I get ran over by a dog in a red car.
Okay, but then you eat the moss and then you become a moss expert.
Okay.
What
I
the
also-
fuck is this game?
Hey, didn't Beck-
Hello?
Oh, no.
Didn't Beck also fuck up Undertale?
I did. That's one of
Yeah.
our shorts. Okay. Well, okay. A short
Infamously
hike
known.
is all about you trying to get to the top of this mountain because you're dumb and you want cell service. Ooh, boo.
So
Ooh,
true.
terrible reason. So, but then you go and you explore nature and you're like, oh, there's all these interesting people. You play this weird version of volleyball that's really fun. You do a parkour race. And it's all about these tiny events that happen on this small island and getting to know all the characters and how they're all interconnected. I paid off a guy's college tuition. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's very much like one of these short games where you just there's a lot of depth to it and like exploring this really small area. And I do really like that. I feel like I didn't necessarily do everything in my run, but I think I definitely did enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it was really good. And then when you finally get to the top, they're like, I was trying to get to the cell service to call my mom who had just gotten out of surgery. So, yeah. Turns out you
Wow,
weren't.
you guys, these
you
games
weren't-
are getting really different, guys.
Okay,
So,
speaking about
so
something
what,
that takes
what you're saying is that it was peak, Beck?
I'm saying I got to the peak.
Because then
Okay.
when you get to the peak and fly all the way down, it plays some fire ass music.
Yeah, I don't remember the music that time.
Okay, speaking
Wow.
about something else.
Okay,
that
but
took a
overall,
really
I
long
do
time.
recommend you play a short hike. I will probably try to beat it 100%.
Beck, you
someday.
gotta tell the audience what you can play it on.
Steam.
Yeah.
All right. Now
Everything is
speaking
on
about
Steam
something
except
else
for
that
some
takes a
on
really
Epic
long
Games.
time. You know what game has been in development for such a long time? GTA
Nikola,
6.
GTA
You know what we're
6.
getting?
Uri actually cares about this game franchise.
You know what we're
I
getting?
do care about
We're getting a
GTA.
trailer
We're
on
getting a trailer on December 5th.
December
And
5th.
guys, let's fucking go.
Hurry. I have a question before you continue.
Yeah.
How would you play this game?
How would I play GTA 6? What do you
Yeah.
mean? I do story mode. But
No, but like how would you physically play this game?
Xbox. That's how I play it.
Yeah, okay, but what Xbox do you have?
I think if
A
it's just Series
360.
X, I'm kind of. I have One X
Xbox
right now,
One
so
X.
yeah. So Xbox One. So I
Yeah.
might be fucked. Am I fucked?
No shit, you're fucked. That's only gonna be on
Okay,
the
but
new
guess
gen
what?
console.
Aiden's probably not also gonna be able to run it.
Yes, he
Yeah.
can.
I
He can
can run
definitely.
it.
I
You
can
can
run
probably-
GTA 5. You can run GTA 5 on that computer. You can
Bro,
definitely
but
run
you
GTA 6 on it.
will you be able to run GTA 6? Like the graphics
Yes.
will be crazy.
Well, probably not on
Will
release
it?
because it's gonna be super badly optimized, like Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
yeah. I mean, it's been a while since. It's been a while since we got like a new GTA game.
For
Was it
me-
2013?
A while, a while, a
10
long
years.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Remember, they're gonna charge you what, like $5 per hour of story, and
That
there's
was-
I
typically
thought
like
that was only an idea that they're gonna
that's
charge.
just an
per
idea. They're not
hour.
actually doing it.
it's gonna be $150.
I don't know. I still
No,
have not beaten the original story mode for
I also have
GTA
not
5.
beaten the original
For-
story
but I
mode.
do
It's
think
very
the original-
long.
The most fun I've had in GTA is just doing random robberies and chases online with a friend. Like just
Yeah.
not even
Really?
like caring about
That
anything
is-
else.
That is kind of a cool part of the game, but I really like the story of GTA 5.
Okay, yeah.
I personally like the story
Yeah,
of
the
GTA 5.
No, it
most
has one
fun
of the
thing for
better
me in
stories.
GTA is just running away when you have a high star rating.
I do think the story for GTA 4 is, I think it's better, but yeah, I enjoy GTA 5. It's a good game. It is the best parts are just like kind of going around and like fucking killing cops and shit like that. Yeah, but
All right.
I mean, I heard this one has a female protagonist, so unfortunately Nikola will not be playing.
That's
Why wouldn't
true.
I?
You know why, Nikola?
Yeah.
I've been hurt.
True.
This is so sad.
So we have anything left to say in GTA 6?
No.
Well, we do not necessarily know that it's GTA 6. All they
What do you
know
mean?
is the next Grand Theft Auto. So
No,
like,
we know
Grand
it's
Theft-
I'm
GTA 6.
thinking
What do you mean? We know it literally says GTA
5
6 trailer.
1.
So
It
like
literally says
so like
GTA
what?
6 trailer.
So what?
The release
Beck, are
is
you thinking like
December 5th.
GTA Yellowstone edition? You know, where
Yeah,
it's like
they're gonna use
you
a
get to be-
GTA. Where GTA Vice
And on
City.
the last slice of video game news, we have Fortnite OG leaves tomorrow.
Guys,
Eminem's gonna go.
I will
I
be
can make
playing the
orange rhyme with
Fortnite
banana.
live event, the Big Bang.
Banana. I
Family
cannot.
Guy
I
is
have
guess
an
what?
SAT.
It's coming to
Aiden,
Fortnite.
Nikola, the two other people I play Fortnite with, and some random friend I asked, all can't do the Fortnite event. So I'm gonna have to play it alone. So this is so sad.
No.
Peter Griffin's
Womp
also coming to
womp.
Fortnite for all you Family Guyers.
Maybe. We don't know for sure.
No.
Speaking of Peter,
It is for sure.
How
Peter guy.
who confirmed it? Who confirmed it?
Xbox did.
Xbox?
Yes, it was on the Xbox like game store.
Oh. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Maybe it
what
was
else?
a lot.
What else do we have? Let's see.
I have two things to talk about.
Beck wants to talk about Now You See Me 3 first.
Oh, I do?
No, he doesn't.
It was in my topics list. Oh,
No.
yeah. There's this quote from one of the guys saying, if they keep making these movies every year, I can weed myself off antidepressants. What? Probably for me, too. Like, these films are insanely fun to watch.
Yeah, and we'll make so many good shorts out of it.
It's
Yeah,
true.
no. The twist in Now You See Me 2? No way. The twist in Now You See Me 3? The biggest twist?
Guys, in television history.
This is the biggest twist in Now You See Me history.
It's true. I have one other show that I watched.
Is it Craig
Let's
of the
hear it.
Creek?
Craig of the
Some would
Creek,
say
and guess
Craig
what? I
of the Peak.
finished it.
I've been working on that
Some
bit
would
for
say
like
Craig
2
of the
weeks,
Peak.
2 days.
Beck, have you seen it?
No, but I will be watching the movie.
You will be watching the movie because I don't want to pay $20 or wait a month to watch it. So he's going to record it on cable, and I'm going to come over together.
Yep.
But luckily, it's a prequel, so he'll be okay.
Yep, that's how all prequels you need no context from the original. I've learned that.
Yep.
You've learned that.
Yeah,
Everyone's learned that.
absolutely
probably be
no.
better.
I cannot name. You guys cannot name a single prequel you need to see the original.
I actually
Breaking
can't.
Bad. Better Call Saul.
I actually can't. No, you can watch Better Call
You
Saul
kind of
before
can't,
Breaking
though.
Bad.
You
Yeah.
kind of can't though.
Come on, hurry.
Yeah.
Come here with another one.
Another one.
What about that Mockingjay
The Star Wars
one?
prequels.
No, you can watch the Star Wars prequels
No,
without.
you definitely can. Yeah, you can watch it in
You can watch
chronological
them,
Yeah.
but
order.
then you're gonna watch.
Most
the
people, a
orig-
lot of people watch it in chronological order.
That's how I
Yeah.
actually did it.
JoJo. You can't watch JoJo's
What?
Bizarre
But
Adventure.
JoJo's
Oh,
in
there's some words
chronological
in
order.
There's a
You're not gonna
prequel
know
to
the
No.
JoJo?
Not really. It does go back. It does go back in time afterwards.
Yeah,
Well, you remember,
once
you
you
remember
watch,
Dio's the dinosaur and goes da da
you can't
da.
read Steel Ball Run without parts 1 through 6, Beck.
Okay, wow. Some random manga has completely defeated my
Yeah.
thing.
Back. The Ballad
Yep.
of Songbirds and Snakes.
Okay. Bro, one thing I need to say about that movie is when they say, "Oh, what's that?" That's a Mockingjay. That's crazy. They actually say that.
Yeah,
That's
no.
crazy.
And
You're
then
not gonna say
no.
what the fucking.
And then they go and they're sitting by the lake and they're like, that's called like lake weed. But I have to call that Katniss. Those are actual lines
say-
in the fucking movie.
But they're
Anyway.
but they also say like, I can't wait for the 75th Hunger Games where there's gonna be the Hunger Games and then there's gonna be Catching Fire.
Yeah, they're gonna be catching
Hunger
fire
Games.
in the next games.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about Craig of the Creek now, if that's okay.
Craig
Okay.
of the Sex.
Did they win
No.
the big tug of war tournament for the creek?
It was not tug of war. It was capture the flag.
Yeah, you fuckhead.
Yeah.
Wasn't
So
it
they
decided with tug of war the other times though?
no, it was
but-
never tug of war.
Tug of War was for Squid Games.
Okay,
Yeah.
no. I swear this is some kind of Mandela effect. I
No, there was no
remember
tug of war.
specifically watching Craig of the Creek, and they do tug of war.
That's not what happened.
No.
So once they do the tug of war, both sides of the creek. I'm just gonna assume you guys remember last week.
I
So
do.
both sides of the creek are free from the ruler of the king. His name is Xavier, and then he goes home to cry. And his BFF Maya, who was friends with the Green Poncho, also known as Omar, she leaves, and now Omar is kind of part of the main trio of characters. Now he's also there.
Mm.
And then
Awesome.
their new side quest for the next season is to find the heart of the forest. And they have like a Rubik's Cube, it has a map on it, and they have one piece of it, and they got to go
Some
collect the
kind
rest of the
of
pieces
One Piece.
to find the heart of the forest, which is based on the anime the first king used to watch. And
Wait, really?
they got to go find it because it'll grant you your deepest wish for a
Is
sacrifice.
it actually just One Piece?
No,
Oh,
The One Piece is real?
it's not One Piece. It's more of a I think it's more Studio Ghibli than anything.
Mm.
So that's what the next season's about, and Omar is in the main group of people. And in season 4, they like set up this one episode where they go to the witch characters, and they're like, "Hey, can you predict our future?" And then they predict their future, and in the future, Craig doesn't have his friends anymore. They're not like friends with him really.
yo, and
why?
video reference?
So now that sets up his like motivation for finding the heart of the forest, because now he wants to wish for that he has his friends forever now.
Is it a situation where in doing that he actually leads his friends to hate him? You know?
I mean, no, kind of, but it's also from a misunderstanding where the king is now like also looking for the heart of the forest, and then they have to team up for a little bit.
Oh, because
And
he
Craig
wants
becomes
to
friends
wish
with him.
to like rule the creek again.
No, he wants to wish to have friends
Oh,
because
but
he
makes
didn't
the
have any
friends
friends when
along
he
the
was-
way.
Yeah, it's true. He does make the friends along the way. But the king spills the beans that Craig wants to make his friends never have any other friends.
Mm.
And then Craig is like, "That's not true. I just don't want us to like grow apart and not be friends with each other." And then the other characters are like, "Oh yeah, that kind of sucks." And then they get sucked up by the soda in the heart of the creek, and it's like, "Whoa! Oh no!" And then he sacrifices his map to get his friends back. And
His
the map is
map?
like his map, and he's making this map of the creek for the entire series. And then he like gives it up at the end.
How big is the
that
creek?
that hurt me just from
It's
hearing
very
it.
big. Yeah,
No, that's an Owl House moment for me right there.
it is an Owl House moment for you.
That's like when the owl fucked the house. That's so
Yeah,
cool.
but the show was good. The final season got 7 episodes cut from it.
It
And
got
it didn't
Owl
feel
House for real.
it did. Yeah, only one episode felt like it was rushed. All the other ones felt like they did okay. The finale was pretty good until like the last bit of it,
Why?
because then they have they have the original king of the forest is like Xavier, the new king that we all hate, his brother, and so they kind of like try to talk to him a bunch of times throughout the series, like about the heart of the forest, and then he shows up in the finale with Craig's brother, who kind of sucks as a character, and I don't really like him, and he's just also there, and it kind of ruins the moment. I don't know.
Is it like his long lost dead brother, or is it just the brother that he like?
Wait, is this like
has?
teeing up?
It's just the brother.
So is that just the finale? It seems like it's kind of teeing up next season, or was it
No,
canceled?
no. No, that was it.
Okay.
That was the end, I think. The finale is they find the heart of the forest and they wish on it that he has his friends.
Oh,
that sounds great for him.
Yeah.
So
and then
I'll
in
say
the prequel, they find the creek.
yeah, but here I want to say some thoughts on like something I noticed in the final couple seasons.
Yeah.
And that's they really lean into fourth wall breaks and kind of pop culture things.
Is that
for some
good or
reason.
bad?
They got Rick and Morty.
It wasn't bad. It was just really noticeable that they started leaning into like saying things like like we did this in an earlier episode, or like they look at the camera or something like that.
That's
And
Rick
then
and
they
Morty
like just
pilled.
yeah, but then they just like start referencing real people, like they referenced Shaquille O'Neal and like Destiny's Child for some reason.
Henry Kissinger, yeah, we get it, yeah.
No, I don't know. It was just weird. It kind of took me out of the experience, but also it's supposed to be like the real world. Like it has real world shows in it.
Did they do fourth wall breaks before?
Not really.
Huh.
But they'll reference other Cartoon Network shows and like they'll reference Steven Universe and things.
It's just like the time when Steven did the universe.
It's true. Oh, one more thing. I want to talk about Chekov's lesbian technique that they use.
What?
A technique that they use in one episode.
Chekov's lesbian. That's
Yeah. So are you familiar with Chekov's gun? Or if a gun is written in the first act, it has to show up later.
Has to be fired in the second act, eh?
Yeah. It's a very well known film technique.
That's
What was that for?
Yeah,
it's Chekhov's lesbian.
Okay, so Chekhov's lesbian is basically when they're like, okay, so one of the characters, JP, he's like, my sister's girlfriend came over last night and she like hung out or whatever, and they established that early in the episode, and then later in the episode, the other main character, Kelsey, is like, guys, I'm a lesbian, but also I don't want anyone to know, and also I wrote it subconsciously into this story that I'm writing with the person I have a crush on. And then they go to the Chekhov's lesbian, and it's like, whoa, that paid off for some reason.
I need to have seen this episode to kind of understand it. You have not a good explanation.
Yeah.
I can't
Well,
wait for.
they established the lesbian earlier in the episode, and then they pay it off by having them show up and give lesbian advice.
That's awesome.
That's
That's
great.
nice. I can't wait for Chekov's Beck. What's that
No,
gonna be?
I don't know.
And
You
then
have to
what-
establish the Owl House
I'll have
earlier.
you know, Aiden sent that, and I didn't read it as Chekov's lesbians. I heard it as Schrodinger's lesbians, and I was very confused.
A lesbian in a box. The lesbian can be dead or she can be alive.
Two
Both
women
is
in a
true.
box. Are they having sex?
No.
That's the lesbian box. Okay, Nikola.
Anyway, that's my concluding thoughts on Craig of the Creek. Excited for the movie.
So
Um,
am I.
Let's let Nikola talk about something.
That's all I had. I already talked about.
All
everything I
right,
had.
well, I guess I'll give the recommendation.
No, I have one more thing to talk about because Uri said he was okay with doing it.
Yeah.
For episode 60, we have 5 weeks. 5-week challenge, make a movie.
No
Let's
way.
Make a
Makes
film,
sense.
make a short film.
So
Fuck.
what's gonna happen in this movie? Are the rules? What's the rules?
So the rules are make a short film. It can be, let's say, longer than 5 minutes.
Has to be longer
maybe.
than 5 minutes. No time limit.
It has to be-
25 minutes.
I'll be the judge because I can't.
Has to
really
be
make
longer
anything.
than 5 minutes.
Got it.
That's
Okay.
the only. Less than 15. How about?
Okay. Are there specific
I-
things we need to do for this movie?
Now,
Can
Nicola,
I
you're
make
not
the
going to
director's
participate.
cut
in
No,
this,
Mr.
are you?
I'm gonna be
Uri?
the judge. I'm gonna be
Nicola's
the
going to
judge.
be the judge. But one more thing Nicola is going to do in this film, we all have to have a character's name, an object, and a line of dialogue that we all three have to have in our movie.
And I have to
Okay.
guess what
Nicola?
those are.
No, you get to make them.
Oh, I get to choose what
Yeah,
it
you're gonna
is.
choose.
Yeah.
Oh my god, guys!
Don't make it racist
It's
or
not gonna be.
sexist or homophobic or anything.
Okay.
All right.
How about make it
Nicola?
Beck?
Nicola, give us the name of a character we all have to have in our movie.
Okay. Oh, any name?
Now the
Hey.
character can just be named. They can just be mentioned. They can be shown on screen. But there has to be the mention of a character named
Al Urbixson.
Urbixson.
How do you spell
Can you write these
Urbixson?
down?
I'm writing them down.
Let me give you the exact spelling.
Who is Al Urbixson?
She's gonna be like
he's
a
the coach
terrible
from the
person.
Boys in the Boat. He's the coach.
This is the boys in the boat.
No, not the boys in the boat. Al Urbixson.
Guys, we're gonna have
That's
to make
how you
a
spell
road.
his name.
We're gonna need to make a road
Al
movie just to
Ulbrichtson.
please Nikola.
I got
Okay.
Al
All right,
Burdenstein.
So how do you-
Now, for the object, we have to have the object within the film. It has to be a
Alright.
prop within the film.
And generally
Nicola, make it
available.
affordable for us. Yeah,
Make
make
it
it generally
affordable.
available and
Generally
affordable.
available.
And
A
affordable
7
for someone.
a 7/16 wrench.
What?
What? No, just say
I'm just putting wrench.
wrench.
Okay, fine. A wrench works. A wrench works.
A
but
wrench.
You will get extra points if you can get exactly a 7/16
The
wrench.
thing
Let
is,
me
but
pull it
I
out from my.
can, and I don't. I literally have one in my house.
Get
So-
precisely a 7/16 wrench for extra credit because I don't want you guys to go because I realize a boat wheel would be like actually $500 and that's not affordable.
Yeah. All right. And now one more thing. Nicola,
A phrase everybody says.
everybody has to have this line of dialogue in their film.
So far, I think you've seen the theme. I think you know what I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah.
Make it
The
general.
boys in the
Make it
boat?
general enough.
Oh, so I can't make the phrase "Go watch the boys on the boat" on December
No,
25th.
Make it general enough to where it could fit into a normal scenario.
Okay,
or something.
just say something to do with rowing. Just something to do
No.
with rowing. You have to say some
You have
phrase
to
about
do a
rowing.
No, you have to have an
line.
exact phrase. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
specific line.
You have to say
I love Rowie and Beck Lions.
we
No.
are the boys in the boat.
Okay.
No,
that
that's
one's
not it.
too broad.
No, you have to do
We are the boys.
PR or ER.
What?
What
PR
the
or
fuck does that mean?
PR or ER.
Okay.
What does either of those mean?
PR is personal record. ER is the emergency care.
Public
Basically-
relations.
Basically, it means beat, because like in rowing, it's like beat your record or die trying.
Okay.
So that's the phrase, PR or ER.
Shit. Okay.
Good luck.
So we have 5 weeks to work on these films. We will air them on our 60th episode. That's the 60th episode special. Is that so?
Good luck.
Get to crack-a-lacking on those films, baby.
Yep.
Good luck. The more creative you can be, like I want to see you guys be able to turn this into something that's completely non-rowing related.
Of course.
We are the boys in the boat.
All right.
So I wreck Craig of the Creek.
Yeah.
Yo,
Craig of the Peak,
Craig of the
baby.
Peak.
Okay, always use Celsius, and thanks for listening, homeboys and homegirls. Bye.